Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bria and today I'm going to be talking about 5 things that I wish that I knew before I started teaching abroad. I wanted to make this video for a really long time, but I honestly just needed to process my whole experience and just really heal from it first of all and really process what some of those lessons were and what I would pass on to the next person so that they could be successful at it. I don't think that teaching is for everyone. It wasn't for me, but I think there's some awesome teachers out there who should take the leap and do it. And here are just 5 things that I think you should consider before you take that leap. So a little background about me. I am 25 years old, and back in 2018 I decided to venture off to Bali, Indonesia, where I was going to teach English to adults in a company. The company is English First, because a lot of people ask me that. I said I was going to do a video about my experience with English First, but I decided I just don't need that energy to continue to circulate in my life and to just like continue the conversation on and on. You can find plenty of things online about English First, and whatever opinion you decide to come up with is what you get. That's my opinion about English First. But yeah, that's my experience. I was teaching English, Bali, adults, I think roughly 6 months. And I'm not trying to discourage anyone from not teaching English. I hope that's not how it's coming off, but I am trying to stop anyone from making a mistake that's not going to serve them in the long run. Piece of advice number 1 is think, and think again. What I mean by this is really consider what your why is. Are you not passionate about teaching, but you just want to explore what it's like to live in a different country? Explore that idea some more. Are you wanting to just get away from your home country and could care less about what you're doing? Explore that idea some more, and like write out a list of like pros and cons and really weigh it out. If your pros really have nothing to do with teaching and education and languages, then think about it some more. And if your cons outweigh, the pros, then you really need to think about it harder. I think my experience was like a mix of the mistakes that I just mentioned. I just expected that things would fall into place the way that I wanted them to, based on what was already agreed on. I just kind of wanted things to be okay, and I wasn't okay with the situation. I wasn't happy teaching. It's not my passion in life, and I'm not gifted to do that, so I was really miserable. And teaching English abroad is like a big transition regardless of how much outside help that you get. It's a new job, a new location, and when you're not happy with those 2 things, I think it's just a recipe for like a really bad mental state. And that's just something like I wouldn't wish on anyone. If there are small contracts and you think you can do 3 months, try to find a 3-month. If you think you can do 6 months, try to find a 6-month, and so on. So that's my number 1 tip, and probably one of the most important to me, because keeping a healthy mind is just something that I wish for everyone. Advice number 2 is don't feel rushed or pressured into anything throughout this process. Some schools start in May, some schools start in September, and some schools even start in January. A lot of the teaching process can move extremely fast, and it causes you to feel like you need to make a snap decision and like hop on a plane, immediately, and that's really not the case at all. If a school or training center is making you feel cornered or pressured into making a decision, then my best advice is to let it go. It's not the one. You should feel comfortable in every step of the process, and honestly, what you're doing by moving abroad to teach is a huge sacrifice that I think should be met with understanding from all parties. So just take your time and be patient with yourself and the process. This is your life, and like my last piece of advice, you don't want to be stuck in a situation where you're not happy. Cannot stress that enough. I feel like I keep saying this is the one that's the most important. This is the one that I really want you to listen to. But this one is really important, and that is, you are so valuable. There's a quote that says something like, decide what you want, and anything that is not that, move away from it. And I think that is so true when it comes to looking for a teaching job. And there are so many training centers, and there's so many schools that want teachers, and I just feel like everyone should take their time and find a contract that really suits what they're looking for, because it's possible. Everybody can find a happy medium. So my suggestion is to sit down and really think about, what do I want to see in my contract? What are some things that are deal breakers? What are some things that I absolutely will not put up with? So for example, I would like a transportation allowance. I would like paid holidays. I would like sick days. Is there a flight reimbursement? Is there a completion bonus? These are all things that are actually included in a lot of contracts. So just make sure you check out different job postings. What are other schools offering their teachers? And just kind of compare and contrast and come up with something that you are happy with. Just because people say that you should want something doesn't mean you have to want it, but maybe salary is more important than having housing. So just think about those things, make a list and stick to that list. If a school is not offering something to you, then maybe you can suggest it when you're negotiating. Maybe they're not offering it, but if they want you bad enough, they'll consider it and maybe you'll get exactly what you're looking for. But throughout the process, just remember, not only are the schools and training centers interviewing you as a candidate, you're interviewing them as a company, and you need to also make sure that you're seeing yourself as a valuable part of their team or a valuable addition. You don't deserve to be taken advantage of, so really make sure you have your non-negotiables and make sure you stick with that. Fourth piece of advice is really do your research and consult people who are doing it or have done it. Figure out what you want out of your experience. Are you a city person? Maybe you should find jobs in Shanghai or Ho Chi Minh that are more metropolitan. Do you want an energetic and fun environment? Maybe you should teach kids between the ages of 3 and 5. Do you want to connect with people on more complex subjects? Maybe you should teach business English to adults. So these are the questions that I'm just saying you should ask yourself at the very beginning, so that you can narrow down that job search and only find jobs that really suit your personality type. And then once you've decided what you're looking for, talk to people who are already doing those things. So just get candid and get honest and ask them, like, what's your day-to-day like? What's the most stressful part about your job? How are the parents? Is it difficult working with the parents, or is it difficult getting the students to, you know, be interactive? Things like that. Anything that you're worrying about or anything you're excited about, talk to those people about it. Last piece of advice number 5 is don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged at all. If you're in a position where you really want to teach and you don't have a background in education or you don't have a degree, that's okay. Don't be discouraged. In some cases, it may narrow your job search, so I'll be honest and say, like, you're not going to be able to apply to everything, but you can still achieve what you're trying to do. If you don't have a degree, just look for a really reputable certificate program and find something that's really going to inform you of what it takes to be an English teacher, and something that's really going to help you understand what you're going to deal with in the classroom. Whatever you do, don't count yourself out if you don't have all of the requirements. And whatever you do, please don't undervalue yourself and take less than what you deserve, because like I said before, you are definitely valuable. Do not forget that. Yeah, so that's my 5 tips. I really wish I took heed to all 5 of those tips, because I think I would have reconsidered everything. I know some of you that have came on this video are looking to teach abroad and you're really considering it, so just take into consideration those tips, and I think you'll be completely fine. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will catch you guys in the next one. If you have any suggestions of what you would like to see, let me know down in the comments below. Let's also go ahead and start a discussion down in the comments below about teaching. Hopefully, if you have any more questions, it'll be answered in the comments. And if I don't know the answer, hopefully someone in the comments does know the answer. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. If you like videos like this, go ahead and give it a thumbs up so that I know that you like videos like this. That really helps me when it comes to creating more videos. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.